Alright everyone, back again, doing another driving video. It's going to be a long one, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Today was a pretty good day, I can say. Busy as crap, snowing, ice, good fun. Hopefully wipers and whatnot aren't too annoying. Okay, so got a lot to do, pretty much. But I got to talk to some people today, made them think, got what I wanted done, within reason, got that done. It's going to be a hustle for the next few days, and we're going to get that done. I don't know we are, but, myself, I'm going to get that done, and on to the next. See what's going on for the rest of the week, trying to figure out my schedule and whatnot, hoping to get more, stuff going. So, yeah, definitely met some cool people today. Met this Harley Davidson guy. I've seen him before because he comes into my work every now and then. I remember him because he has a certain order and whatnot, and he was talking to one of my old buddies and whatnot who I used to work with and whatnot. So, got to see him today, and we just talked some good stuff, some esoteric stuff about survivalist stuff and banking, that kind of stuff, about how I keep telling people that in other countries that they're basically shutting banks and access, off from people. So I keep telling everybody as much as I can about the possibility that you won't be able to get into your bank and whatnot. So that was really the main thing I said today and whatnot. Usually I go with the Coke product recall. It's been at least a month or so, and I've been telling people that. So, I try to fit it in. If I get a second, I try my very best to get esoteric information out. It's hard to throw a lot at people, but I try to just throw it at them, and hopefully something sticks. And I keep telling them about A Call for an Uprising, so hopefully you guys will check out A Call for an Uprising on YouTube. He's got the best content out there. And, oh well, if anyone has a problem with it. Yeah, he's a pretty cool, good dude. He makes a lot of really good content about the esoteric stuff, and he's been saying stuff for years that we should have been paying attention to and telling people. And if people would have, been spreading and caring like I'm trying to do now, 5-6 years ago, we wouldn't be in this position. I guarantee it. More people would be awake, more aware. They wouldn't be falling for these fake events. They wouldn't be falling for being injected. They wouldn't be falling for all this crap. And they would demand answers to things. They would demand not to be mistreated. They would demand to not to go along with things. They would, what's the phrase I'm trying to look for the short phrase, but it's always the short phrases that get me. Not comply. Yeah, they wouldn't comply. They would deny compliance. They would deny conformity and whatnot. So, as for that, yeah, but that's pretty cool. I got to meet some cool people today, and they were good to me. So hopefully I'll see him again. And I told some of them, I said, you let me know if you come in again, and I might not recognize you. Just say something to me that I talked to you or whatever before, and we're getting stuff done, and it's pretty great. So I try my very best to have a positive outlook, even in such a nonsensical time. But it's the same old. It's really been the same for years, and once you know, you can't unknow. You can't stick your head in the sand and act like you don't know things and whatnot. You're only hurting yourself and others anyways. Why would you, I don't like this and that about the world and different things, but, this is where we're at, and we're going to survive through it the best we can. And I know you want to call it spiritually, religiously, I don't give a crap what you call it. It says things happen and they're going to happen. Yeah, that's true, but it doesn't mean it has to happen anytime soon. We don't know the day or the hour when Judgment Day comes, or whatever you want to call it, the apocalypse, or whatever crap. I don't know these terms and whatnot that, mostly are controlled now anyways, or hijacked phrases. But anywho, yeah, a lot going on with that. Yeah, so that was the whole thing with that. I keep telling people, empty your bank accounts for the most part. Keep enough in there to pay your month's worth of bills or whatever you have. As for anything else, keep it with you. Just, stash it somewhere where you can get, and that doesn't mean put it in a safe deposit box or anything either, because that's still a banking thing. You should have your money. It's nobody else's business what money you have, what you don't have, so on and so forth. It's your money, and let's just not go with all this crap. And it may never hit us, it may, whatever. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to have a negative outlook on things. Things are going to get a lot worse. We've had it real good in the last, 6 months or so. It's been real calm around here, it seems like. And when it gets calm like that for too long, I really realize that things are going to happen. Yeah, I know they're trying to push the whole propaganda about other countries and division and that kind of thing, which isn't even really, it's controlled and whatnot. It's not even a legitimate thing. So, let's just not even fall for that stuff. I wish the best for others and stuff too. And, what happens in other countries is going to happen here eventually in the United States. So, we know it's coming. And a lot of people are ready. So, that's a good thing to think about. Get your stuff. Buy a bunch of stuff. Buy a bunch of cheap stuff. Just get you some water. Get you canned food. Get you lighting, heating, batteries, flashlights, clothing. You don't have to spend a crap load, but as much as you can, go for it. Get you some cheap stuff. You don't know, it might be a one-time use to use something. Get you some candles, get you matches, lighters, whatever you can get. Storage things, especially if you're on the move. Get you bags, boxes, whatever you can carry things in. Teach people this stuff, and they'll start to comprehend what's going on around them, and they get their head out of the sand. They'll help other people and whatnot. Because I hate to tell you, but there are a lot of people out there that, for whatever reason, whether they're socially awkward or they're afraid of judgment or whatever, they care about other people, and we need as many people as we can to go against all the system and all this crap. We're not talking violence, we're talking stuff we're talking non-compliance. We're talking not going along with any of the crap, and that's how it's going to be. So, you go ahead and do what you want to do. Governments and, agenda pushers and all of you people, we know who you are. It's every one of you. And nobody's really falling for it, so you can drop the act. I know you're not going to, but you can. Go hide in your bunkers and live out the rest of your days, and you're lucky you get that. Because that's how we're treated. So you know what? That's how you guys can be treated. You want to poison us and tax us and make us work all our lives when you guys print money and crap like that? You know what? That's fine. That's fine. We'll go with it, and that's how it'll be. So, go ahead. But we know what's going on, and more people are waking up to it, and they know. And what do you think's really going to happen when you try to take people's land and everything? You try to mess with their families and their friends and their communities and their jobs. The thing is, these jobs need to drop the act too. These jobs where the boss is or whatever, I don't care. Maybe they're Freemasons or whatever, I don't know. But a lot of people are falling for crap, and then they're pushing on their workers, injections or coverings or whatever, just different things And it's the same thing. We've been at this whole crap, the same type of agendas for years. The main agenda going on before the whole, PSYOP, planned, controlled propaganda of division of countries and whatnot. Before that, that's all they were doing was talking about the other stuff. And now that they're not talking about it so much, apparently, because I haven't really heard much about it. The few, the little bit that I see on the news and whatnot when I'm out in public and that kind of thing. So I don't see people covering their faces and whatnot. I don't think I saw a single one today. So good on them. I'm sure I'll see plenty tomorrow though, because that's people for you. And we need those people too. So I'm trying to not be disrespectful to anyone or make people feel bad because they fell for something. It's frustrating, the situation. It's not necessarily anyone's, I'm not blaming anyone or whatever, because we don't have that kind of situation going on. We have to be better than that. And people who have a little bit of a mindset towards something esoterically, well, let's push them a little bit more, because if they're on step one, I'm at least 3 or 4 steps above that, and I hope that a lot of people are along that path too with me. Like I've covered about the injections and whatnot, people are saying, do they work? If do they work is the situation that people are really concerned about, not why do we need it, not why are you forcing this so I can work, and why can there's 3 or 4 more steps past that people should be at by now. And we need to help them understand that. And if you don't understand that, then let's get going on it. Like I said, there's a comment section. You go ahead and say anything you want in the comment section. I'll get back with you as much as I can. There's a lot out there, and we need to make a lot of moves here. We need to really start learning how to fend for ourselves and, try not comply as much as possible. Because I've talked to several people today, and not a one of them were falling for the crap. They realize that they're being stepped on and whatnot. And we have it good where we're at. There's a lot of stuff that I already know that's planned and whatnot. I know the plan because they've told us the plan before. About what happens the next time they call for an emergency. They said we're going to be shut down like Australia was. And Australia, like I've said many times, is one of the countries that they don't have the hunting utensils because they took them all basically in the 80s and 90s. There's a lot of foreign countries that have that kind of stuff going on. And in other countries, they're forcing them to do it, or they can't work and whatnot. But you know what? There's a lot of jobs out there. You go ahead and try to fire anyone. Oh, purple! Are those purple street lights? Are those purple street lights? They kind of look purple to me. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah! Yeah, I thought I saw those. Okay, purple street lights. Yep. There's a whole theory that those are going to detect if you have something in you, if you got injected or not. And I was just so surprised because I'd seen some of them and whatnot. I've been telling people about the purple streetlights as well. They're not on a road, they're more in a parking lot area. That's great. I want to go and take a picture of those. Well, I know where some purple streetlights are now. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, we'll get into that hopefully one day. But yeah, I need to start doing better with my YouTube and TikTok. I need to start advertising better. I try to make as many videos as possible. Mostly it's just put the camera down and record or whatever. And that's pretty much what I can do. The 3-minute videos are very hard to do. I mean, they're not hard to do, but they're hard with my schedule. So if I have the ability to do them, I do them. And I'll do them for hours at a time. 3 minutes, record. Record for 3 minutes, pause the video, come back after it's loaded and whatnot, do it again, and so on and so forth. But it's very time dependent, I guess is the word I'm thinking of. It depends on how much time I have and that kind of thing. So I do the best I can. So yeah, I'm hoping to do better with my stuff. It's very difficult for me to edit and whatnot, so I don't really plan on editing. I don't know anyone who can edit. I don't know anyone who I trust who I would let anywhere near any of my, accounts and whatnot, which I don't think I ever would to anybody, really. Yeah, I don't know who could help me with that or whatnot. Like a very simple way or something like that, maybe. It's been something that I've been wanting to learn how to edit and whatnot, because I know I'd get more viewers and if I put thumbnails and I put pictures of my videos and that kind of thing. But it's how it is for now. I have many YouTube channels. I have a couple TikToks, and TikTok's getting pretty much as scrubby as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all of them. Twitter's banned me. TikTok's banned me. YouTube's stricken me, and I follow their rules and all that stuff. So it's really just ridiculous. And whatnot. I do my best to not say things about injections or things about food and chemicals and that kind of thing. But if it happens, it happens. It's like there's no real outline for it. They call things hate speech now. Like anything can be hate speech, apparently. What the heck is hate speech? I don't know. There's nothing racist going on. There's nothing homophobic or anything like that. So I don't, obviously it's just a joke is all it is. Long story short, it's garbage. And people aren't going along with crap, and that's the good part of it. So yeah, it's hard to build out a following and whatnot, if you want to call it a following. That's what it's called on TikTok and whatnot. I don't care about the pridefulness stuff. It's not my thing. I want the information to be out. I don't care about me and this and that. It's more about getting the information out. So that's what I try my best to do. And I really could use everybody's help that's listening to, help me the best you can. And I very much appreciate it. Turn here. Can I turn here? I don't want to go that way, I don't think. I don't really know where I'm going. Now let's go down this road. I really don't want to go that way. I think I'm okay to go that way. Okay, yeah, I did want to go this way. Awesome. Alright, so we know that situation going on, and things are happening, and that's for the better. But yeah, as many people that I can get to share my content, whatever. I don't really care if you share my content. It's just, I feel like I try my best to upload videos quickly and whatnot, and I try to put a lot of time and effort in. What I lack in some other things, I make up for hard work. So hopefully that kind of is apparent at some point. Okay. So yeah, mainly just look up like A Call for an Uprising. He's got a bunch of interesting videos on about any topic you can think of, from weather to symbolism to everything pretty much that I'm saying I've learned from A Call for an Uprising. It's like I can see when people don't have the information on there like I have and whatnot. You can tell. It's like, oh, they understand that this and that about money and this and that about different things, but yet they don't know how to connect things, and they don't know how to predict things like we've predicted and whatnot. And we've been pretty spot on with a lot of different things. So I shouldn't say we necessarily. It's mainly A Call for an Uprising, and I tell people, if I agree with something with them, which is like every time pretty much, I don't think of really anything I disagree with him on. I'm like, okay. The only things I've ever really seen him kind of get wrong, if you want to call it, which he's admitted to, were when they picked the presidents and so on and so forth, which that's any, you can be wrong on that. It's very possible. And we went a different way with who they put in as president. We thought they'd go for the we thought that Hillary would win and whatnot. I thought that, not knowing a lot, and I was like, okay, it makes sense, I guess, because I didn't think they'd really be able to sell people on an actor, a legitimate actor being a president, Donald Trump. Okay, that happened, and from there, we thought that they'd leave Trump in there so they could set things up. But they were, in my opinion, like I've said for a long time, I really think that their plan went way better than they thought it was going to go, in a sense. They got what they wanted out of Trump already, so Trump will still be around in 2024 or whatever, and that'll cause the issue. But right now they're trying to destroy everything, so as much as they can destroy, they'll do. And then once 2024 comes around, we'll see what's going on from there. Whatever. We've got that whole thing about 2030, we're supposed to not be able to own anything. And we'll see if that happens, boys. We'll see about that. But yeah, they told us, the World Economic Forum and so on and so forth, years ago. People are seeing how everything's connecting and whatnot. It's becoming pretty obvious. I kind of know where I'm going here. It's great. Whereas like these driving videos, because you never know what you're going to get. You might run into some purple street lights. Or someone might pull out in front of me or something or another, and I might get ticked off. See, this all connects. It has to. Pretty sure I'm on the right path where I'm wanting to go. I just went a different way. Slow down though. Good old coppers will be out. Oh man. Get some sleep as soon as I get home. Do it again tomorrow. And the next day, and the next day. Okay, so I need to turn around. Okay, cool. But yeah, I was on the right path. I'm glad I stayed straight on it. So I would have went out of the way, you know, basically for nothing. So cool. Cool. Oh gosh. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to get people to learn things and understand and connect things and whatnot. You know, the more you know, the better you can tell people and whatnot. So I'm always trying to educate myself and so on and so forth. It's really that simple for me. That's what I really care about, and so on. I'm not really concerned about a lot of other like menial things in life. I just want people to have a chance to survive and whatnot. And that's really my goal. If I can get some people to learn things and survive when they wouldn't have, or you know, so on and so forth. Because I'll tell you this right now, I wouldn't have made it 5 or so years ago when I wasn't smart enough. You know, maybe not 5, maybe a little longer than that, 6, 7 years ago, we'll say. I didn't understand a lot of things. I kind of had some basic common sense things, but I don't know. Maybe I would have never caught on to some of the esoteric stuff, or maybe the survival type stuff, or gematria, or anything like that. But it's like, you know, now it's pretty obvious, and it's kind of the situation. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm hoping to help out as many people as possible, even if we're not on the best terms or whatever. I care about people and whatnot. There's no one that I can say, you know, like I've said earlier about people I couldn't even think of that I even really disliked anymore. There's no one that I know personally that I would say, oh, I want them to be in pain. I want them to suffer. I want anyone they know to suffer, or something like that. It's kind of it's not kind of a messed up thing. It's a very, very messed up thing. And it's not my mindset. It's not my place, first of all. You know, I'm not the one and only person in the world and whatnot. It's not my place to judge people, so on and so forth, in a certain way. In some ways, yes, if you want to call it judgment, but people don't even understand that judgment just means making an opinion on something. Now, negative judgment means that you are, you know, basically what people think is judging. So, if we're gonna play the game, at least let's play it technically. Let's play it the right way here. I just got over for no reason. I need to get back over. Okay. But yeah, it's just a very serious time, and people need to start to learn things better. You know, I understand not everyone's gonna know or care, so on and so forth, as much as I do. I'm dang sure gonna try. That's how I've looked at life. I've always said, well, one way or the other, I'm gonna make something happen and go with it. more than complaining and whatnot. I have trouble with communication with people because I don't really enjoy the day-to-day things that people talk about. I don't really mind it. If people understood how controlled everything was and how serious things were, I'd hope that they'd be a little bit smarter to do these things and care a little bit more about what actually matters and whatnot. So, that's what I can hope for and whatnot. I try to have a very positive mindset on it. I'm not overly a positive person per se, but I'm kind of like a optimistic realist. So that's kind of my mindset there. Because I understand that people get so upset and whatnot from hearing different things and trying to learn things and trying to keep up and trying to prepare, just trying to get through every day and whatnot. And it's hard at times. I mean, to me, I don't really think about how hard things are, or that type of thing. It's just like I get the opportunity to do this or that. I get the opportunity to live and eat and breathe and have some freedom still. And I enjoy that kind of stuff, and that's what I do. And I try to cheer people up the best I can, but it's, you can imagine how that probably goes over if you're not someone who's watching this that knows me kind of well or whatever. You can kind of imagine how people might think of me or whatever, because what I'm trying to do is teach them things that are inherently what you call negative. So there's going to be people that I can't reach at the time, and when you're trying to do this kind of thing, it's important to not get discouraged and whatnot. You just kind of keep going, and it'll all come. People start to learn and better off. I get people that tell me, well, you should just kind of do your own thing. Don't talk about things. Don't tell people. They'll either know or they don't. That's not the right way, in my opinion. I needed help too. I needed a lot of help to get to where I am. I've had a lot of help personally, professionally, mentally. I've had a lot of good things happen to me, and that's why I know all this stuff. I've been blessed with the whole mindset of learn more and look for the answers that you don't have, and so on and so forth, and the use of resources, and the amount of people I've been around, and so on and so forth, where I would try to challenge them on things. I would, they say something, and I say, like nowadays, they bring up a topic, I tell them why that it's controlled and whatnot. Not to be a know-it-all, but to help them. And the majority of people that I get to talk to, I only get to talk to for a few minutes a day, a few minutes at a time, and so on and so forth. Meanwhile, I have to listen to what they're talking about too. I can't just interrupt them. But as much as I can, while I have their attention, I just go. I just throw it all at them as much as I can. If they say something about the propaganda in other countries, I tell them how it's controlled and why it's happening and how it's going to affect us, and why, cash is being destroyed, and why it's going digital, and why they want us microchipped, and, things in food, and so on and so forth, why prices are skyrocketing, why you can't find things, how this connects to that type of deal. Because that's just how I look at things. And I feel like I'm helping people a lot, and a lot of people are very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for all the people who've helped me, especially like A Call for an Uprising. Like, he's the main channel I've watched, and he's got multiple channels, so I go through the videos and learn, and I try to tell people what I'm learning, and when I get the time, I try to make notes of videos and stuff like that, and that's what I try to do. And I know after he came out with his website, he put up a bunch of videos that you can't put on YouTube, basically, because they'd be stricken. And I should have those notes somewhere. I have them on index cards, so if I can find those, there's a lot of good information on there too. But yeah, there's just, that's just how my mind works. It can be draining, if you want to call it, or whatever, with looking into the negative stuff and so on and so forth. But that's just how things work, though. You do the best you can and try to help people and try to stay in a good mindset, and that's the whole thing there, and that's what I try to do. So hopefully I'm not repeating myself over and over, but that was just really what I'm about and whatnot. People might think this or that. I was there earlier. I thought I saw something. Yeah, nothing there. Yeah, I'm approaching my destination here, and I need to get to sleep really, because I gotta wake up like first thing, and I don't have too long of a drive at the beginning of the day. So as long as I bring my stuff and whatnot and have everything prepared, everything's gonna be good. And hopefully make some new content. Some days I wake up with ideas, some days I don't. I just kind of talk. And, hopefully you guys just enjoy like me talking and whatnot, even if it's not esoteric or so on and so forth. That's just one of my main talking points. It's one of the things I know. I can talk about other things. It's nonsense. Why do I want to talk about those things? I struggle with that at times. Alright, well, I'm here, and I hope I can get in, so. Alright, well, guys, thank you very much. It means the world to me that anyone who's checking out the video, anyone who's, esoteric, trying to help people, so on and so forth, comments, likes, subscriptions, sharing of content, any of that kind of stuff is very much appreciated. Anyone who makes content, recommend yourself. Put yourself down there. It's, my channels are an advertisement it too. So you can advertise yourself, so on and so forth. I might tell you some things that I disagree with or whatever, and try to help you, that kind of thing. But we'll see how that all goes. So once again, thank you guys for checking out the video, and you guys have a good rest of the day.